How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RUFFLEDLIVE, and today I'm going to be breaking down about 100 different things that you may have missed in the latest Pokemon Scarlet and Violet trailer. Now, we're actually not going to be looking at the trailer itself in the beginning. That's going to be in the second half of the video. First, we're going to take a look at the website that features a lot of information that wasn't told in the trailer. So let's get started right away. First things first, this is the official map of Paldea, and if you guys want me to do a video breaking down this whole map like separately on its own to go through every part of it that you guys like, just breaking down every aspect of it, then please let me know by commenting hashtag map down below if you want me to do that. So just comment hashtag map if you want to see that. Nonetheless, this is the map of Paldea. That's also the region's name. That's the name of Scarlet and Violet's brand new region, which is called Paldea, and you can see right here, this is what it looks like. And yes, we've already given a bit of a hint of it before with this lake up here in the top. It's already hinted, and as you guys can see in the middle right there, it is currently speculated already in the community that that could be where the future and past forms of Pokemon might be showing up, and also where the game's post-game is going to be taking place, right? If everything else is the general game, then that's maybe where the post-game is going to take place. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's the map of the region, which I think looks sick. It looks awesome. Some people are commenting about how they feel about the size of it, but it is mentioned here that your adventure takes place in the Paldea region, a region with a vast open space, because yes, the game is fully open world. You can explore as much as you want to. It's fully open world, and you got loads of different things like port towns and bustling marketplaces and loads of stuff. Pokemon living everywhere from treetops, rivers, and all sorts of locations in the wilderness. So yes, that's the map. Here's some images we haven't seen, as well as Ghastly Haunter being confirmed. Also, I guess Gengar being confirmed at the same time as well. We have here a kind of street as well that seems to be kind of interesting in one of the more like, I guess, like deserty towns. So the desert town, which I think if you look at the map, the desert town would be the one like in the, like not bottom left, but like slightly above the bottom left, like around that area, I guess is where that town is located. So there we go. We got a new town. We got loads of new information revealed from this. On top of that, you're also going to be using, yes, the Rotom phone is back, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be using the Rotom phone again. It's going to be where the Pokedex will be loaded as a map. You'll also have your map in there on the Rotom phone. You'll be able to see the map of the entire Paldea region in the map app, which will naturally show you your current location. You can also see all kinds of other information like nearby towns, Pokemon centers, and also wild Pokemon. So, the mainstay of Pokemon trainers, the outdoor Pokemon Center. So yes, outdoor Pokemon Centers are here. They're going to be quite interesting. Basically, when you run around, you can buy stuff from the Pokemarts and you can heal yourself from the Pokemon Centers without entering a building. It's just out in the open, which I personally think is beautiful. I love it. I love that they're doing that. They're keeping that. You just need to look for the giant ball sign, and that's about it. And the Pokemon Centers at night also light up, which is good to know. And yeah, that's pretty much that. It's awesome. You got to ride around on the two legendaries, Koraidon and Miraidon. You get to ride around on them, which is sick as well. Now, depending on which version of the game you get, if you have Pokemon Scarlet, you can get either Stonejourner or Larvitar as, or not Larvitar, Larvitar, either way, you can get either of those two as exclusives, right? So in this case, you've got Larvitar and Stonejourner for Scarlet, and you got Bagon and Ice-Cube for Pokemon Violet. Those are the exclusives that we know of right now. So those are basically the piece of info we have from the first page, which, kind of features already a lot of information as is. Then we also have this page, which talks about the new forms discovered for the legendary Pokemon Koraidon and Miraidon. So yes, these guys will be able to ride around and actually have different forms depending on what you're doing, but basically, they're rideable forms, right? Basically, Koraidon and Miraidon can turn into a motorcycle, which is a bit sad because that means they feel less legendary, but you'll be having them already early on from the game. It even says it here. Basically, during your adventure, you'll meet the legendary Pokemon, either Koraidon or Miraidon, and they will join on your journey. Koraidon and Miraidon are full of mystery and are said to have powers that far surpass that of other Pokemon. It seems that they both have even more forms than those we've already discovered. So these are not the only ones. We have the regular riding form, which you can use to climb stuff, right? So you can ride these legendaries to embark on an unrestricted adventure. So yes, you'll be using these to go anywhere you want to. There is no limit on what you can do. Once you get your hands on, Koraidon, Miraidon, you can go anywhere, right? You can do whatever you want. You got the sprinting build / drive mode. Traveling through Paldea on foot can be quite a hassle. If you learn how to ride the sprinting build Koraidon and drive mode Miraidon, you'll be able to traverse the expansive Paldea region more freely at full speed. So the sprinting build and the drive mode which allows you to move around really quickly. You got the swimming build as well, which is and the aquatic mode, depending on which one you use, which also look great, by the way. So this is specifically for, you know, swimming around. And also, we don't really know when this is going to be unlocked in the game. You also have the gliding, gliding mode or gliding build, which allows you to glide around, not really fly, but there will be other stuff as well. We know that they're literally telling us these are the 3 modes we know of. I guess 4 if you count the climbing part, but those are the 4 different modes we know of. Apparently, there is more that are undiscovered. Now, will there be travel forms? We don't really know, but there are more forms and aspects to it that we haven't talked about. So this is only just, again, the beginning. This video is going to be long, so sit back, relax. There's more to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at now at all the brand new Pokemon, starting off with the leaked Paldean Wooper. We already knew, by the way, the names, the region of the name was going to be Paldea, and we also knew that Paldean Wooper was going to be here and that it was going to be brown colored. And also, interestingly, Paldean Wooper seems to be based on the Iberian ribbed newt. That seems to be what it's based on. And interestingly, it mentions down here, and shout out, by the way, to Lindsay Sensei for that information, but it also does say something pretty interesting down here, which we're going to go through. But basically it says, they live on the land and cover their bodies with a poisonous film. In ancient times, which there it is, guys, they're bringing out the idea of these Pokemon being different over, you know, in ancient times and stuff not. Wooper lived underwater in the Paldea region. But it seems after losing in a struggle for territory, so they're literally talking about Woopers were in a war, okay? They were in a war with a different Pokemon. They began to live in bogs on land. To keep from drying out while living on land, they began to cover their bodies with a poisonous film. Powerful poisonous liquid emits from their tough gills. So I'm guessing poison typing on these, baby. Let's go. These, of course, yeah, I mean, we know it's poison ground because it's already been confirmed. And they got poison point as well as water absorb as abilities there. So these Woopers' gills have hardened thanks to living on land for so long. Their bodies are heavy and they move slowly, but they can protect themselves by shooting powerful poisonous liquid from their gills. You may see poison Pokemon in the areas where these Woopers live. So that is one of the first things we saw is, of course, the Wooper, and it's pretty cool what it's based on in this case, which I think is awesome. So yeah, it is essentially, as mentioned here, the Iberian ribbed newt, what it's based on, or Galipato or Spanish ribbed newt, which are basically is a newt endemic to the central or southern Iberian Peninsula and Morocco. It is the largest European newt species and also known for its sharp ribs, which can puncture through its sides. And as such, it's also called the sharp-ribbed newt. Well, you know, it's kind of interesting. I don't know, man. It is quite interesting. Also, if we look at the next one, which is Fido or Fidoge, whatever you want to call it, Fido, Fidoge. Apparently, according to Lindsay Sensei, this one is basically maybe based on Italian stuff. So maybe even a pizza dog, essentially. But also the dough, that means like, you know, hum, it can mean like it can turn into different pastry dogs. Basically, like, it can turn into different pastries, more or less. And also, Fido as a dog is like, I think it's a known, like, kind of like a dog is a known dog name and stuff like that. But yeah, it is quite interesting nonetheless, though. But either way, let's continue. So, Fidog is a fairy type, and it's the puppy Pokemon, as well as, here's what they say, this Pokemon has a moist, smooth feeling to it, which is interesting. Its moist, smooth skin has elastic qualities and is both firm and soft at the same time. When these Pokemon become excited, they intimidate their opponents by puffing up their bodies to appear bigger. It's like a puffer fish, basically, but in dog form. It breathes, its breath contains useful yeast. They basically use that to ferment things in its vicinity using yeast in its breath. Said yeast is useful for cooking, so this Pokemon has been protected by people since long ago. Basically, it's a bread dog. It's a bread dog, just like the leakers have been saying. So, continue on. We have the whale Pokemon, the Terra whale Pokemon, Cetitan. Cetitan is an ice type, which is also going to be used by the new ice type gym leader, which we're going to talk about a bit shortly. But it's got strong muscles and thick blubber. Cetitan needs to have tough muscles to be able to support their immense bodies, and physical attacks using their bodies have incredible power. They also migrate around snowy regions, protected by a thick layer of subcutaneous fat. The horn of the upper jaw freezes the surroundings, as the Titan has 5 hard horns. Among them, the horn on the upper jaw is able to gather ice energy, making the surrounding temperature extremely low and freezing the area around the Pokemon. So, there is the Titan, the last new Pokemon we got revealed today. Next, we have characters. One of the first people is the upperclassman Arvin, and now we get to see him with the different versions. The bottom one here, this is from Scarlet, where he has a blue uniform, but this is from Violet, where he has a yellow uniform. As you guys can tell, his like jacket, right? Not uniform, but his jacket up here from Violet is yellow, while the other one down here is blue, and I guess we're going to be battling him. He is an upperclassman at the academy, because we are going to school in this game, and he's good at cooking and is researching healthy recipes that can help Pokemon feel better. He'll be asking you to help him out a lot, I guess, since he isn't good at Pokemon battles. So I guess you're going to be helping him throughout the adventure to go help out, do side quests for him and stuff like that, which I think is going to be quite exciting to see how that's going to pan out and what that's going to be like. Then we have Clavel, where he is basically the headmaster, principal, director, if you want to call it, of the academy we're going to. He acts as the director of the academy, and since you're a new student, he will teach you many things about your school. He can be strict, but he can also be kind. He seems to be a friend of Professor Sada and Professor Turo, and a lot of speculation right now is that he's going to be evil. And you guys can see, again, even he has a different uniform, clothing, color, depending on what game you play for Scarlet and Violet. So again, interesting differences right there. But he's only one of the few new characters. We also have Grusha, which is also our first revealed officially gym leader, which means all the other gym leaders also pretty much are real. But Grusha used to be a professional snowboarder, but he is now the gym leader of the Glaciado Gym. Full-time. He's an Ice-type specialist who has a Titan as his partner. He's usually cool-headed, but when battles get heated, he starts showing the emotions he usually keeps pushed down. So yes, we have reveal of our first official gym leader has been officially revealed now, which we also knew from the leaks already, but now we know about that too, which I think is fantastic. Good to know that we have this character. Looks sick, so hey, exciting to see how that's going to pan out. Then we have Jacques. Mr. Jacques is the homeroom teacher. He teaches, he teaches biology, I guess. He's biology, and he's very knowledgeable about Pokemon biology, and is the developer of the Pokédex app for the Rotom phone. So basically, he's the actual professor, I would say. I feel like he's the actual professor rather than Sada and Turo. He feels like the more like genuine, like nice guy. And he has a slightly airheaded side to him. He sometimes loses himself in the research, which is fine in my opinion. I think it looks cool, and I like the character, dude. I like him. I like him already. Then we have another rival, which is Penny. Penny's in the same grade as you. She has a bit of a shy personality, and for some reason, she doesn't seem to come to the academy very often. She's especially fond of her fluffy Eevee bag, and always has it on her back. People have been talking about is if it's possible that this is supposed to hint at Eevee getting some sort of special form or special future past form. We don't really know. There's not really much to say about that as of right now, but anything is possible, ladies and gentlemen. Anything is possible. Speaking of rivals, by the way, it has also been confirmed that Nemona, who is your actual rival, will be picking the starter that is weak to you. This has been confirmed to me by Lord Funt, who says in the Pokedex it shows a filled-in Sprigatito as seen but not caught, and Quoxley and a caught Lechonk. Basically, it's been confirmed that she's going to use the weaker starter to you, according to this. So, there you go. Now we know that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, move on to the next one, which we covered this, but we move on to this thing. So, this is the brand new feature, okay? We're talking about these terraforms, but also we're talking about specifically the new raids. So, let's start with the terraforms first. So, basically, Pokemon shine and glimmer like gems thanks to the Terrastall phenomenon. Now, what is the Terrastall phenomenon? This phenomenon is found only in the Paldea region and makes Pokemon shine and glimmer like gems. When a Pokemon terrestrializes, a Terra Jewel appears above the Pokemon's head like a crown, and the Pokemon's body glistens like a cut gemstone. It's said that the Terrastall energy that seeps from the ground of the Paldea region is involved in the phenomenon. Many details remain unclear, but Professor Sada and Professor Turo are researching this mystery. So here we have an image of course, in this case, it looks like Eevee using his Terra, like basically this, like this concept, right? This gimmick is able to give you kind of the ability of looking for any Pokemon with this special Terra type form. And you can go around looking for them by doing the raids. So, for example, the Terra Jewels and the luster of the Pokemon's body differ depending on the type. So in this case, it's, you know, regular grass Terra type. In this case, it's a regular fire one. And in this case, a regular water one. So you guys can see the actual thingy on the top of their heads differs depending on what typing it is. And these guys are using their regular ones. So this is a Terra type or Terra, like Terrastall version that is a grass type for Sprigatito, fire for Fuecoco, and water for Quoxley, but they can also have other one that could be an electric type Terrastall for Fuecoco as well, for example, or for Quoxley, whatever. So, master terrestrializing and dominate Pokemon battles. Terrestrializing holds the key to victory or defeat in battles in the Paldea region. All Pokemon in Paldea can terrestrialize to gain special power. First, each Pokemon has a Terra type. A Pokemon's Terra type is inactive until the Pokemon terrestrializes, at which time the Pokemon's type will change to its Terra type. So, basically, initially, it's inactive. Your Pokemon will just be regular until you activate it. For example, some Eevee will have a normal Terra type, but some other Eevee have a flying Terra type. Where did they pointing out flying Terra type? Because there's been people saying that they might be hinting at a flying type evolution with some of the stuff we've seen in the trailer, but we're going to talk about that later. Nonetheless, there are 18 types, meaning there are countless combinations of Pokemon and Terra types. Terastallizing a Pokemon allows you to enhance your battle strategies by increasing the power of any moves that have the same type as your Pokemon's Terra type, or by changing your Pokemon's weaknesses. When to activate this special transformation and the combination of Pokemon and Terra types you choose are all up to you. So yes, there are tons of combinations right here that you can go with. You got Eevee right there, I think, with a rock one, a fighting one, and over here, I think there's a rock one, and then a water or ice one over there as well. You can figure out what works best for you. You can terrestrialize a Pokemon once per battle, and the transformation will last until the battle ends. When a terrestrialized Pokemon uses a move that matches its Terra type, at least one of its original types, the boost of that move's power will be even greater. So basically, it's a power boost, dude. You will then need a Terra Orb to terrestrialize a Pokemon. Only select trainers in the Paldea region are actually allowed to carry this special item, which is this thingy right here. Do you guys see at the bottom? Once you terrestrialize a Pokemon, your Terra Orb will lose all its terrestrial energy, and you won't be able to use it again until it's been recharged. So I'm guessing you can charge your Terra Orb if you touch crystals overflowing with terrestrial energy or go to a Pokemon Center. Only select trainers in the Paldea region are allowed to carry it, and you can find shining crystals that are, you guys can see here on the map, specifically. They're showing us there are crystals in the distance right there. So that's basically, if you guys remember the raid dens and stuff like that, how you would get like the energy, the what energy and stuff like that. It's a similar concept to that you go to these like sources of crystals and you will gain back the energy to use the ability again, right? So there you go. Pretty cool concept. I like it. But then there's also the fact that there are raids. So fight alongside friends within the time limit in Terra raid battles. Now, Terra raid battles are a completely new battle format where you will team up with 3 other trainers in order to take on a terrestrialized wild Pokemon within a time limit. In Terra raid battles, you can attack without waiting. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need to wait for your teammates to attack it. You can attack whenever you feel like it. It's just like in Pokemon Go, where you can just keep spamming. Doesn't matter what your teammates are doing as long as they're doing anything. So it's important that you can cooperate with your fellow trainers at a quick pace. The Pokemon that will appear in the Terra raid battles are fierce, but you can join forces with other players to prove victorious. You can seek out crystals for Terra raid battles. Basically, you'll be able to attempt a Terra raid battle by touching shining crystals. Like we said, it's basically raid dens. You guys can even see here the Terra raid battle is literally the same thing as the Dynamax ones. Challenge as a group, challenge alone, or change Pokemon. Same concept. You got the star rating and everything. Defeat the Terra Pokemon within the time limit. Same concept again. We're basically back to that, but it's been kind of almost improved in my opinion, because this Pokemon has a grass Terra type. The crystal is also the color of the grass type, which is green in this case. You'll be able to choose Pokemon from your party or from your Pokemon boxes to participate in the battle. Then, challenge Terra Pokemon. This battle system has a time limit and allows you to continue attacking seamlessly without having to wait for other trainers to choose their actions. Take on these battles by coordinating with your teammates and by increasing the stats of the Pokemon on your side or healing them. Note, a paid Nintendo Switch Online subscription will be needed. So yes, you do have to pay for online. The Pokemon that appear in Terra raid battles may have a Terra type that differs from the usual type or types, more or less. So yes, in this case, it was I think, ice type Gardevoir in this case. Or not literal ice type, but Terra ice type, right? So you can expand your options in co-op play by cheering. So yeah, there are 3 kinds of cheers you can use. They'll benefit all the allied Pokemon on your side. The 3 effects are boosting attack and special attack, boosting defense, special defense, and healing. So yes, cheering on will help you basically throughout it. And cooperation is key to the Terra battles, which will lead to victory. You can use these 3 different kinds throughout. You can also catch and the defeated Terra Pokemon. So once you defeat them, you're able to capture them. You can try throwing a Pokeball at it, and you will also be rewarded at the end with items as well, which is awesome. So how to participate in Terra raid battles? Well, you'll be able to search for allies to join your Terra battle, or you can join someone who already is searching for it as well in the Terra raid dens, and you can do it. And there even says like remaining time, I guess, when you can join in, hop in, stuff like that, all ready to go, how long it would take, stuff like that. Also, you can find requests from trainers searching for allies and choose join Terra battles from the Terra raid battle option. So basically, there's a search function in case you can't find somebody that, if you're looking for a specific thing, you can just look up, like, the code right here and play with your buddies, and that's that. And they even have, like, if you guys look in the bottom right of the image here, they even have that image that we saw on the wall of the map of the Paldea region that we already had, like, ahead of time before. So that is that. Ladies and gentlemen, I think there's really nothing else we've really missed in that regard. Let's move on to the next thing. The oldest school in the Paldea region, at Naranja Academy and Uva Academy, you can meet meet new people and new Pokemon and a new you. So ladies and gentlemen, yes, we're going to an academy, and leaks that we covered yesterday were correct about this, about the names of the academies themselves. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. So what it says here is that it's the center of, in the center of Paldea sits the largest city in the region, Mesagoza, which is, you know, basically like one of the biggest city, I guess, kind of like Lumios, right? So Mesagoza, it is here that you'll find a school boasting a history that a few other schools do, where people from all sorts of regions come to hone their skills against each other, be it at through academies or even Pokemon battles, right? So age is not an issue in enrollment here, so a wide range of age groups from children to adults take the same classes, which mostly relate to Pokemon. It seems there are a few classes that you can take with Pokemon too. Interesting. So I guess we'll be able to take classes and do side missions. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the name of the school, its emblem and uniform, and other details will differ depending on the version you have, right? So set out from the school for a grand adventure, this special independent study project, the Treasure Hunt. As the main character, you'll be enrolling at the academy, and of course, you will not be alone at this school. You'll have your friends, you know, sharpen your skills like Nimona, Arvin, and Penny, in addition to unique teachers who will teach you what they know about battling, Pokemon biology, and more. This academy is also where Director Clavel will give you and your friends an independent study assignment, the Treasure Hunt. Where will you go? Who will you meet? What will you accomplish? Well, guess what? You'll have to embark on a journey across Paldea to learn and gain new experience and meet new people and stuff like that. Now, people at the academy, we already talked about them. We have these guys, so, you know, we have the director. We already spoken about all of them. There's not really much here that we've missed in regards to the characters. These are the only ones that are explained to us, but there are more characters. Just wait. We're going to get into those guys in a bit, but we're going to get to that in a second. So, you guys already know co-op is in this game. Multiplayer is in this game. You can play with up to 3 friends, and you can do raid battles and stuff like that. Enjoy co-op play with the Union Circle. So you go to the Union Circles, which are basically located at the Pokemon centers usually, and here you can use the Poke Portal to get together with your friends and play together, ladies and gentlemen, in the same space, cheering each other on as you battle wild Pokemon, or even showing each other your Pokemon. And also, guess what? You can battle each other, ladies and gentlemen, literally, like, directly in the world. Like, look at that. You can battle each other right in the world and coordinate with friends to win these raid battles as well. You can even race around. If you want to, you can literally get on your, like, Pokemon and race around. And, of course, you can trade with each other as per usual. Just a link trade lets you trade with a specific person. With a surprise trade, after choosing a Pokemon to trade, you'll be able to trade with a random trainer somewhere in the world. And that's that for that. Also, battling together. If you go to the link battle option, the Poke Portal, you'll be able to have a Pokemon battles with Pokemon trainers. So, Wi-Fi battling is still there. There's nothing weird about that. There are many battle formats. Hone your skills. Hopefully, we're not doing the double battles anymore, and we're moving away from that, man, because I'm tired of the double battles. That was boring. I'm really hoping they're not going to do that again. So, yeah. Let's see where that goes, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, the biggest thing. This is the one that I've been waiting to talk to you guys about. This game has 3 different story directions you can go in. So, let's explain it. We have the story unfolds the way you want it to. Weave 3 grand stories into your adventure as you meet Pokemon you've never seen and unique trainers. These titles have the hallmark of Pokemon story of going to gyms and aiming to become a champion. So yes, gyms are back, but that's only one story out of 3 possible ones, right? There is no set path, so you can go to whichever gym you want to challenge in the order you desire. Furthermore, there are 2 grand stories besides your pursuit of becoming a champion, and many trials and tribulations await you in those stories as well. Please look forward to finding out what the kind of stories are. Furthermore, you can freely go back and forth between all 3 stories, allowing you to adventure and develop in the way you want it to. Some may want to reach the rank of champion and rush through the gyms, while others might want to adventure at their leisure, at times searching for Pokemon or meeting all sorts of people. Everybody can experience the game the way they want to, being able to make your own story. So, you have on the left here, this is the story where you are most likely, I'm going to be honest here, this is the story that's most likely the gyms, right? The one in the middle right there with the car, that is the evil team in the game, which is most likely a biker gang. You can tell from the thingy they're riding here, the truck, whatever it is, it looks like they're going to be a biker gang, okay? They're going to be some sort of biker gang. And then the third story is the story of the world, right? You see over there, we got Arvin, the upperclassman, and some sort of crystal that's showing up. That is a bit of a weird one, probably related to the legendaries or a third legendary or these sub-legendaries or even a mythical. But basically, this is how they're splitting it up. The gym leader story, the middle one, which is like the evil team story that are trying to do bad stuff in the region. And the third one seems to be about specifically the actual story of the region, maybe even like the future and past forms of Pokemon. So here's what they're saying. Aim for the rank of champion. The Paldea region has a Pokemon League and a special class of pro-rank Pokemon trainers who've achieved the champion rank. These trainers have grown with their Pokemon to be able to dazzle audiences with their skills in battle. There are facilities called Pokemon gyms in many towns, and the leaders of these gyms are awaiting the challenge of trainers like you and your friends. There is no set path to the gyms. You can purposely seek out the stronger gym leader, or you can simply stop by a gym that happens to be located in a town you came across on your journey. This time, you get to plot your very own path along the Victory Road. So, ladies and gentlemen, the gyms don't scale. The gyms do not scale. The gyms do not scale because they literally say it right here. You can purposely seek out a stronger gym leader, which means probably a gym leader that's a higher level. But yeah, they also say if you beat all the 8 gyms spread across the region and collect their gym badges, you'll be able to take on a special test called the Champion Assessment. If you successfully pass the assessment, your strength will be acknowledged and you'll be given the champion rank, making you an object of admiration for other trainers. Polish your skills with many Pokemon and trainers and aim for a glorious champion rank. And we can already see right here that, I guess, Nemona is going to be part of that journey of ours. And then I think the other characters, I'm thinking, if I'm going to be honest here, that if we look at the characters we actually do have, the characters that will be related to the different stories, I think it's like this. Nemona is related to the gym story. Penny is related to the evil team leader story. And the reason why I say like the delinquent story is because you can tell from how she is. She's a student at the school, but she barely comes to classes and she doesn't dress in the school uniform. Unlike Nemona and even like, I guess to some extent, even Arvin. Even he at least has like a little bit of that uniform on. But she's, you know, she's a rebel, right? She's supposed to be the rebel and she's probably related somehow to the evil team boss villain, right? Whoever the boss villain is, she's probably related. Shit, she might even be the leader herself. But that seems to be the case with Penny here. Penny is basically going to be the one we're going to be interacting with in the middle story, which we saw earlier, guys, as you may have noticed. It's going to be the one that's like for the middle story here in the middle. The right side story, which is more like, you know, the lore of the region. That's going to be with Arvin, which is our other like kind of rival. So those are our 3 rivals, right? Arvin, Penny, and Nemona. Nemona is for the gyms. Arvin is for the, you know, the lore. And Penny is for, like, the delinquent side story, right? So that's going to be interesting. But either way, we continue on. So, gym leaders of the Glaciado Gym, Grusha. Grusha used to be a professional snowboarder, but he's now a gym leader of the Glaciado Gym full-time. So, yes, it's an ice-type specialist. We already talked about this a bit before. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's how the story is going to be unfolding. So I'm curious to see how that's going to turn out. Also, we have a special bonus thingy. So if you guys haven't seen this, you can receive a special Pikachu as an early purchase bonus. By purchasing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet early, you can receive the special flying type Pikachu, which is kind of interesting. This Pikachu has 2 unique characteristics. It knows the move Fly, which is normally it cannot learn, and its Terra type is Flying. You can receive it by choosing Get via Internet from the mystery gift option, once the game is launched. So yeah, you'll have to, of course, connect to the online system and all that. But yeah, it takes approximately 1 to 1.5 hours of playtime before you can actually access the mystery gift feature to input the serial code. So yes, this will be received a little bit further into the game. But yes, a special Pikachu is available, which is quite interesting. Then also, you will be able to use different sorts of item to make your uniform fit you. So yes, we're stuck using uniforms, but we're able to customize them to some extent, which I don't like the fact that I'm stuck with a uniform. But it is what it is, I guess. I'm just going to have to accept that fact. But yes, we are stuck with the uniforms, but we can customize them to our heart's content to some extent, I guess, whatever. But also, here is an actual image from the in-game map. This is an actual image from the in-game map. If you haven't seen this, here you go. This is the in-game map of the game, which shows us, again, the Rotomdex map, how it looks like. And you can just see this zone already. This is like the bottom part of the map, like a tiny part of it. You got the Poco Path, the Inlet Grotto, and, like these different locations already that we're seeing here. And this looks massive. This is like the starting area you see right here. This is literally the starting zone, your starting house, I guess, area, whatever. And then over there, you can see as well, like, they're pointing out, there's also like the, I guess, this mansion that you see in the beginning of the game. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much that for the website. Now we're going to go through the actual trailer and see if there's anything we have missed. There is, of course, a lot of stuff in here that I, want to show you guys. So let's start. First of all, the actual 3D models of Arcanine and Growlithe here look way above. The textures and quality have been improved. Even the grass looks better. Just in general, the foliage. Here we have Deerling and whatnot. They're confirmed as well for the game, if they weren't confirmed already. As well as Houndour and Houndoom are also confirmed. Up in the top, like, left here, you guys can see that tower. That's probably related to one of the other stories, like the non-gym one. That's related to probably these weird trials and stuff we're going to be able to do. But interestingly, Houndour, Houndoom, those guys, unrelated. So we also got, like, some Gyarados and whatnot revealed as well. We got like the, I guess the lake that we saw on the top of the map. Murkrow, Honchkrow confirmed, which means there are no Murkrow, Honchkrow, I guess, forms in this case, if that's, that's what it looks like. This is the biggest city in the game, the large city with the school. In the trailer, they actually have voiceovers, but they said at the start that that's not going to be in the game. That's just for the trailer. As you guys can see, there are loads of other students with, different, sizes, ages, everything that you guys can, see right there. Overall, it looks pretty cool, though. We're going to be set out on a treasure hunt, as you guys already know. And let's see if there's anything we missed here. So, of course, this looks like the starting area where, like, the school is. You can even see the gate of the school specifically being shown off in this case. Then we have right there Girafarig, which, yes, we know we're going to be getting a Girafarig cross-gen evolution, which is interesting. So that's going to be there. Then we also get to see this very short, like, segment of the city. We're going to be trying to pause on that really quick, if we can, and see if we can just look at it. So, yeah, we have another part of the city here. Looks pretty nice. I guess there's some shops around here, just characters running around. There's not really anything that we, haven't already seen there. Get to know the region itself, which there's quite a lot. Again, just more deers. Not really anything crazy from that. We got, I guess, Mareeps, Flaffies as well. So Mareep's been confirmed already before, so there's nothing new. And, of course, the rideable feature, right? The fact that you can ride around on these guys right away and fly around and everything is pretty amazing. We get to see different zones here around the area. The abundant nature. We got Go-Goats in there, dude. Got Dusty Go-Goat being happy. We got this, like, area where we saw from the second trailer. If you guys, we go back right here. This part right here where they're running on the rocky area. This space is actually from the second trailer that we got last time around, where we got to see the legendaries at the end standing on top of those rocks. That's basically what we're seeing right here. So that's pretty cool. We also got this muddy area. We got Dreadnought is in here. Okay, that's pretty cool. There was Cuffant as well right there in the background. Cuffant, if you didn't see it, it was there. We also have, of course, the fact that you can go here to do your, your Wi-Fi battling, your healing, and your Pokemarch all in these, like, stationary, like, locations. You got the rich culture. This looks like a very metropolitan city. I don't know where this one is located specifically. You guys can tell me in the comments if you want to, but this is another big metropolitan city that we're going to be seeing. And, of course, the two different academies. We have a library. We have, I guess, different rooms, like, like just classrooms, more or less. Here's also, by the way, this image right here, if you didn't know, this is most likely where we saw one of the other gyms. The gym where, like, the circle was with the fires. So this is basically either a grass-type gym or a fire-type gym that's located right here, because we've actually seen this, like, Sunflora or whatever, like, like actual plant next to that gym. You can actually see that gym in the top right up there. If you guys look in the top right corner. If you look in the top right corner up there, I'm going to see if I can move my camera to point out the position. Right here, guys, you guys can see right here, this is actually the gym. This is the gym itself, right? The circle gym, which we have seen in the past. So that's also interestingly confirmed that that's the town for it. We have this little area, which you talked about earlier with the little, like, Meowth image. This is the nighttime version of the map. So, yes, there is a day and night cycle, of course. Here we have Fletchling, which we already knew, a character just playing with them. Of course, the brand new little dogs. Also, Slacking and its pre-evolutions, just chilling. We got Cacturn, Donphan, Dragoneer, Pinecone, or whatever. We got loads of Pokemon. Miss Drevis and Miss Magius is well confirmed. We got loads of Pokemon just confirmed right here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Pikachu we already knew. And, of course, we see characters. This lad is playing a guitar. Just chilling, playing guitar while the characters are interacting with it. I think it's really sick that the NPCs are finally going to be actually interactive with the world. That's awesome. We get to see basically what looks like, I don't know, dude, literally Nando's or something. Like, just like a restaurant. You guys can see above me, the character here is, like, buying some food and just vibing, chilling. Here we have, like, the teachers, okay? So these are teachers that we don't know the names of just yet. We don't really know much about them just yet, but we're going to pause on them and see what they are. So we got this lady right here who looks like a gym teacher of sorts, just based on the outfit she is wearing. Looks like it's going to be some sort of gym teacher, as far as I can tell. So as you guys know, we're going to be doing different missions, different things in this game. And one of the things, of course, is at the academy doing side missions and side things. And of course, we would then have teachers with different subjects, right? We have a biology teacher, which is the one we've already seen, right? Jacques. But we also have, of course, this person most likely is going to be a gym teacher, I'm assuming. This hunky lad right here might be for, like, some other aspect of Pokemon, like, learning. So I don't know what he's going to be, but he's got a nice mustache. Looks very, very handsome lad. We also have this lady right here who gives me some weird Karen vibes, but I mean, that's just maybe me. Something's not right here. But nonetheless, we continue on. We also have, like, just regular trainers. And this right here looks to me like a delinquent. This could be someone who is one of the villain people, like a grunt for this evil team in the game. But This looks to be a delinquent. Why? Because, well, they're wearing like a freaking, you know, not a gas mask. This is like one of those, like, you know, masks you wear to not like inhale, like, you know, no gas, but like, you know, fumes from like usually graffiti and stuff like that. You can even tell they got a graffiti, you know, on their chest, like a graffiti, like, you know, what do you call it? Like spray paint, a bottle or whatever. And of course, you know, paint on their body. So this might be one of the grunts, or how some of the grunts look like, or this is just people that don't want to go to school and they're delinquents, which I want to be one of them. So yeah, there you go. Also, this guy right here, if we go back a little bit, there's another trainer right there that shows up who wears an interesting outfit, which, again, we ended up missing right there, but we have to go back very, very, very slow here. So this character right here, right after this one, there's a character who we see, this guy right here. So he is wearing an interesting outfit, as you can see. This outfit has a bunch of heads of different Pokemon on it, and it looks like, one of them looks a bit like a Sandshrew almost. I don't really know what this deal is with this guy, but it seems like his outfit might be hinting at a brand new Pokemon, or a brand new form of a Pokemon, but we'll see how that turns out. So of course, the Academy right there, that's a gym. So basically here, they're kind of giving us already a look at all the different aspects, right? The different stories. One is the gyms, right? This is where you go to take on the Ice-type gym. 2 is this right here. This is where the delinquents, the racing delinquents, right, are located. As you guys can see, based on like the outside, they've got the Z logo as well as like, you know, kind of like the fire logo, and they just look like they're going to be delinquents. And then these towers are where these trials are going to be, with these special, unique, like crazy large Pokemon that are specifically going to be for like the lore of the game, for the lore and the history. And these special like raid, like trial Pokemon here, I think these are going to be the Paradox Pokemon, the future and past forms. I think those are going to be located in these towers. So that's pretty awesome. Nonetheless, we continue on forward. We see some flying right there. Who will you meet? Well, we already seen Nemona. Already know Nemona. We already know like Sada, Turo, as well as, of course, Penny and Arvin. We already know them as well. And what can we achieve? Well, we got the gym battles, of course. That's one thing. Then there is also, you know, outside of gym battles, we have this right here. We get to see the racing truck that belongs to, well, guess what? Probably the delinquents who are going to be part of that other story that's going to be there. And then, of course, we have, nonetheless, you know, the Academy itself. So that is that. And of course, we didn't really miss much here. The game looks great though, graphics wise. You guys can of course customize your characters. You guys can see right here with different things. You can race around with your friends, run around, learn new things. You can enter these caves to do raids, and that right there, you guys can see at the top of the tower, this is where you would go up to, you know, battle these special, you know, special trial Pokemon most likely. And yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff that we've gone through already. I don't really think there's much to mention. They got Noivern and whatnot as well confirmed. That's pretty cool. Trading is there as well. They did show off 2 Pokemon there in the trade, which we can't really tell exactly what they are. If we just kind of try to, like, you know, pause it here, can maybe see what's being traded exactly. It's an Ice Cube, I guess, and a Stonejourner. Got Scizor as well in there. Golduck confirmed. Hydreigon, Hariyama as well confirmed, which is awesome. And then, of course, we have the brand new Terraforms, ladies and gentlemen, the Terraforms, which looks sick. We've got a few different ones there, like being confirmed, more or less, 3 different Pokemon. If you pause through, you can see all of those. It's kind of hard to, like, say them off the top of my head right now, but you got, for example, whatchamacallit, like, my head is stuff like Driftbloom, whatever, Azumarill, etc. You got Dragonite as well. In the game, which we already kind of knew. Slowking is there too. And of course, the raid battles you can do. You don't actually have to wait for each attack. You can just spam attacks as much as you want to. And then, of course, there is the forms for the legendaries you can ride around on, which looks sick. And yeah, let the treasure hunt begin, ladies and gentlemen. So that was what we got shown. And then we got like a little bit of a breakdown here further with like more footage being shown off to us from the lads. We got like Luxray confirmed as well. Again, you know, Gyarados and them guys again being shown off. We got some new zones and areas. This city again being shown off. This like little town with the Raichu over there as well. We already know the name of the region. We got like, you know, Paldea, as well as the entrance to the Academy. You get to go around with the legendaries, ride around on them with their different forms, which we already know about. There's nothing really we missed in that regard, so I'm just going to let this part of the trailer just kind of play out so you guys can see what they're really showing off, which is mostly stuff we've already seen, so there's not really much that can be said about this besides it's going to be awesome. And of course, there are like other versions of these forms like we can use, but we don't really know much about those other versions just yet. So we're going to have to wait and see when they reveal further information on that. We also got Makuhita over there, and a story that weaves as you desire. So yes, it is a free-to-play, like it's not free-to-play, sorry, it's a free play, so it's an open-world game. You get to run around and do things whatever way you want to, whatever order. Poltergeist is also confirmed right there as well. And yeah, I'm really curious to see how this is all going to, like, you know, turn out. I mean, the school looks massive to begin with. I do hope we get to explore all of the school. There's like loads of rooms and stuff. I do hope that's the case. Of course, right here, you guys can see you got the towers, but you also have, again, the delinquent thing, the side story with the bad guys, which is also there. And again, seems like our 3 rivals are all collected, you know, connected in some way to each one of those. And the gyms seem to be mainly in the towns. That seems like where the gyms are located, like close to towns. In this case, you can see the Galsedao gym, which is located right here. And I don't think there's really much else that has been missed in regards to this. So, don't really know if there's much else to say. I do also think that they even, like, made a pun and joke, hinting to specifically Crystal Onyx with the new Crystal forms. They even had, I think, Onyx in one of the, like, raid battles earlier. So, that's pretty funny. Nonetheless, there's a bunch of trainers here that we actually see. Like, we have a character here as well that you guys may have noticed as they're running up. A character that is kind of easy to miss. But we're going to go back right here. So, we have a lady right here. So we know that this might be, I mean, we've already seen this gym leader, but next to her, oh, sorry, not gym leader, but this you know, teacher or whatever. But next to this teacher, there's another person, the lady with the white hair. She looks to possibly be one of the gym leaders we've heard about. Possibly, not guaranteed, but possibly. And then also on the end, next to like Hatterini or whatever, you have another character who looks a bit like I don't know, like like cool pants. She also is a character that's going to be in here as a teacher, I guess. These are some of the teachers that we're going to be having in this game, and seems like it's going to be like a massive cast of characters, so we're gonna see how this is gonna turn out, man. But yeah, you got the professors, of course. Nothing too new about them. We already know about them, so we're gonna skip through this part right here. We got Clavel, of course, as well as Jacques, the professor, and the teacher that we're gonna be, like dealing with, like, class teacher, biology teacher, whatever you want to call it. Nimona, our rival, we already know about her. Of course, we also have Arvin, which is another rival. So, yeah, basically all the rivals are part of these split journeys we're going to be doing. And, of course, there's Penny and then the gym leaders. So, again, nothing much we've missed here. We've already seen all these characters, already seen all this info. We've seen this footage. There's not really much else to mention here, ladies and gentlemen. I think we've pretty much gone through and shown off everything there was to show off. And we haven't really missed any information. So, ladies and gents, thank you all for watching. If you haven't seen how the feature for the, the terrestrial forms works, it's pretty straightforward. You just press a button, and the Terra typing will change to the Terra type, that you have. And your Pokemon will gain, like, a boosted, damage on a certain move you might have. So that's that. Ladies and gents, thank you all for watching, though. This video is already 41 minutes. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, and bye-bye.